How's it going, guys? It's me, TheDomotaku, and today we're talking about some new anime. Today we're talking about Knights and Magic, which isn't technically, well, there's 2 episodes out, so I guess I'll talk about both of them. But anyways, Knights and Magic. So Knights and Magic, interestingly enough, is like the Magical Bastard Instructor from last season, right? It was basically, I've been reading the manga for the series for quite some time now, and then the anime just happens to come out like real soon, and it's caught up already. Like, literally, I looked through it, so the first episode covers, like, 10 chapters out of 19 that I've read so far, because, of course, I can't wait for all the chapters to come out. I've only read, like, 19, and the first 2 episodes cover basically those chapters, and everything else after this is basically new to me, so I'm just like, that's so quick. I'm like, damn, okay, so there's that. So interesting enough, you know, the only discerning thing for me about this series, Knights and Magic, is that, of course, you know, I was reading mangas, reading texts, pages, images, black and white, all stuff, where you have the anime has color, and awesome color, I must say, and then, you know, visuals and moving and all that stuff. So that was cool, right? But there's one issue that I had with the anime, or just like the first 2 episodes in general, is that, or maybe the first episode, because I looked back, right, and they skipped like some stuff from the manga, and that was, you know, that's kind of expected, because the first episode just felt way too fast for me, because essentially, like, you're having it through like a narrator sort of thing, where it's like, oh yeah, main character is this person, and then, you know, as a kid, okay, he wants to become a knight, and then, oh, he meets these people, these 2 kids which are his friends, and then he goes to school, and then this stuff happens, and yeah, I was like, and then 3 years later, I'm just like, what the this is going way so fast. And of course, 19 chapters is not a lot, so then that's like 3 to 5 chapters in the manga, and then they did it all in just like a few minutes, and I'm just like, well damn, there goes that. But yeah, they did miss a little bit of like a small arc with Ernest's friends, right? And that was like the key detail, because essentially you just have, okay, main character is a robot otaku who wants to build robots, and then he goes to this fantasy world, meets these 2 kids, and then they're friends, and then 3 years later they're in school together, learning magic and shit, and becoming knights, and that was it. Then, you know, they're just good friends, so that technically works. But, you know, there was just a small like thing where it builds the friendship between these characters, and that was just like the one thing I was looking for, because you introduce them, like, okay, oh, I just met them on the roof one day, we're good friends now, we go to school together, and we're best buds and partners and stuff, and it's like, that feels too quick for me. But I mean, in a sense, because I know the context of the manga, that might be the case why. But essentially, okay, so enough of that stuff, that was my only one concern. Next up, you have episode 2, which covers the behemoth fight, and I'm just like, my goodness, does this series progress so quickly? But the fighting and visuals look pretty nice, I must say. Like, color and just everything else is just fantastic. And of course, you have Ernest being voiced by a girl. I'm mostly assuming, right? That's a girl, right? I'm not like deaf on the ear or something like that, or I'm losing it. But yeah, Ernest is just a freaking girl. That character design, even from the manga, still looks like a girl. Just can't get past that, so it's a trap. But anyways, aside from that, the fighting, so the action with the robots and the monsters and all that stuff, and not just that, but like, you know, just with them and their weapons and stuff, it seems pretty cool visually, like looking great, and with the color and everything, as I said. So that's really nice. And you know, that was really like the biggest thing that I have read so far in the manga. Now that it's done, like just like that in 24 minutes, and I'm just like, okay, what's next? So I saw an opening, which spoiled a lot of stuff for me, but I mean, I guess that's what, you know, that's sort of what I'm looking at right now. So essentially, what it looks like is going to happen in this series, in the opening you see, is that our Ernest and his friends are going to get these miniature knight suits, right, which are their size, they're kid size, they're not like super big ones, right? So they get their own miniature suits, which is pretty cool, I guess. And Ernest is doing that where he gets his own big ass Gundam thing, where it has like multiple arms on it. It's blue. I think that's his in the opening. But yeah, so there's a lot of stuff going to happen in this series, and I guess watching the anime is going to progress everything I've read from the manga. So there's that, I guess. There you go. So all the manga I read, done, just watch the anime because it's gonna be breezing through all the material super quick. And there's that. But essentially, I like it. I really do like it because I liked the manga, so I really like the anime. And that's really how I got started with the series. But essentially, from a mecha action viewpoint, it's not that bad too either. I actually kind of like the fighting when he, you know, like the fighting when it looks like when he's not using the Gundam mechs, just like their weapons and magic. It looks cool still, and then the mechs are just, you know, for the mecha and whatnot. And then, of course, my only issue was the whole character thing with his friends, because, you know, there's some stuff in the manga, like, that's just some personal stuff, to be honest, but aside from that, we'll see how it goes in the future, because essentially, you know, they're just his friend, Ernest's friends, and that's it, right? It was Kid and Addie? Yeah, there you go. Their names are easy to remember. Anyways, that's it for this video, so, Knights of Magic, can't wait to see what's next, because essentially, everything is new to me in this point, so on, so can't wait to see what happens now. So take care, guys, and be sure to watch all the other anime videos I'm gonna be talking about. Like, I was about to list some, but I don't remember any off the top of my head. But anyways, yes, I'll make a whole bunch of other videos for a series, and then a general summary one, because I kind of want to do that. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys then. Take care, guys, and leave your thoughts in the comments below for Knights of Magic, because magical. Haha, I had to use that. Anyways, see you guys there. Take care, guys, and matane.